Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the Akim, teaching by the Mayam Mouth, that's sincerity and truth. Shalom. It's the brother GMS, it's the brother Yatazak from GMS Dallas. And I just wanted to, exhort the Akim. It's a lot going on in the spirit. Prophecies popping off the page. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about being sober. It's a lot going on. You got all these guys losing, falling apart at the seams. And one thing about it, so we try to use other avenues to get comfort, where the scriptures tell us that our only comfort is going to come from the scriptures themselves. Jay try to drown out their sorrows with drinks and getting with some women and all these different things, but the scriptures actually tell you that wine and women, you have to be circumspect at all times, man, especially in the times that we're living in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get a few precepts. This ain't gonna be long, just to get a few precepts, because what I'm saying, sometimes it ain't the drinks, sometimes it ain't your woman, sometimes it's you. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be circumspect. We got to examine ourselves, and we got to figure out what the best course of action is to take to get out of here on them chariots, man. So without further ado, I'm gonna get get Proverbs. Let's get Proverbs 20:1. Right? It says, "Wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise." You see? I'm gonna say, Jake used the precepts to fit a certain situation, physically, not spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Give strong drink this him that is ready to perish. That's what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, we fighting for everlasting life. So we not ready to perish. That's more for somebody that's sickly. You know what I'm saying? If somebody on their deathbed type of deal, But yeah, you don't drink yourself into a stupor just because you had a bad day. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get Proverbs 21:17. All right, it says, "He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man, and he that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich." You see, you gotta have a handle. You gotta have a handle on this whole thing. Drink it in moderation. You see, everything you do, you gotta do it in moderation, man. You see. All right, let's get Ephesians. All right, Ephesians 5:18. Right, and be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. Right, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. Right, that's what it's all about, man. You see, yeah, we can drink, yeah, we can, but you do it in moderation. You don't want to end up being a clown. You don't want to end up being a clown, right? Let's get First Ezra. Yeah, First Ezra chapter 3, right? And we're gonna start at 18 and read down to 24, right? It says, I'm gonna start up a couple verses. I'm gonna start at 13. It says, "Now when the king was risen, they took their writings and delivered them unto him, and so he read them. And sending forth, he called all the princes of Persia and Media, and the governors, and the captains, and the lieutenants, and the chief officers, and sat down in the royal seat of judgment, and the writings were read before them. And he said, Call the young men, and they shall declare their own sentences. So they were called and came in. And he said unto them, Declare unto your mind concerning the writings." The first began, then began the first, who had spoken of the strength of wine. Right? It says, "And he said thus, O ye men, how exceeding strong is wine! It causeth men to err that drink it. It maketh the mind of the king and of the fatherless child to be all one, of the bondman and of the free man, of the poor man and of the rich. It turneth also every thought into jollity and mirth. so that a man remembereth neither sorrow nor debt, and it maketh every heart rich, so that a man remembereth neither king nor governor, and it maketh to speak all things by talents. And when they are in their cups, they forget their love both to friends and brethren, and a little after draw out swords. But when they are from the wine, they remember not what they have done. O ye men, is not wine the strongest that enforceth to do thus? And when he had spoken this, he held his peace. Right? So wine is one thing we have to be leery of, man. Yes, we can drink. Okay, we get it. But that's what I'm saying. It's a such thing as doing too much. All right? Now let's get in verse 4. Chapter 4, right? It says, then said the second that has spoken of the strength of the king, right? We ain't worried about the strength of the king. We're going to jump down to the woman, right? Give me a second. Okay, verse 14. It says, O ye men, is it not the great king, nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth? Who is it then that ruleth them? Or hath the lordship over them? Are they not women? Women have borne the king, and all the people that bear rule by sea and land. Even of them came they, and they nourished them up that planted the vineyards, and from whence the wine cometh. Now, I got to cut this dude right here because the women bore the child, but the seed comes from the man. Can't no woman bore no child without no man being involved. You know what I'm saying? But we get the brother's point, right? It says, these also make garments for men. These bring glory unto men, and without women cannot men be. Yea, and if men have gathered together gold and silver, or any other goodly thing, do they not love a woman which is comely in favor and beauty? And letting all those things go, do they not gape, and even with open mouth fix their eyes fast on her? And have not all men more desire unto her than unto gold or silver, or any godly thing whatsoever? A man leaveth his father, his own father, that brought him up, and his own country, and cleaveth unto his wife. He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife, and remembereth neither father nor mother nor country. But by this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? And that's what I'm saying. He's describing a simp. You know what I'm saying? And we living in a time where falling to women and falling to wine is not smart. It's not, you gonna shipwreck your own salvation, right? We coming out of this mentality. The way that he described what wine can do to a man that don't drink in moderation, we want to avoid that. The same way that we want to avoid these women, it's the same concept, right? These right here, I would say this is what happens. This is what happens when you don't deal in moderation. This is what happens when you deal with these two items without the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You see? It says, yea, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and steal, to sail upon the sea, upon the rivers, and looketh upon a lion and goeth into the darkness. And when he has stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women. Right? It talked about how wine made you a mocker, and men have wine was a mocker, and men have ran out of their wits for women. Right? Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sakes. Many also have perished, have erred, and have sinned for women. And now do ye not believe me? Is not the king great in his power? Do not all regions fear to touch him? Yet did I see him, and Apame, the king's concubine, the daughter of the admirable Bardachus, sitting at the right hand of the king, and taking the crown from the king's head, and setting it upon her own head. She also struck the king with her left hand. And yet for all this the king gaped and gazed upon her with open mouth. If she laughed upon him, he laughed also. But if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain to flatter that she might be reconciled to him again. Right? It says, O ye men, can it be but women should be strong, seeing that they do thus? Then the king and the matter of fact, hold up, it jumped on me. All right. So the wine and the women, we have to be leery of both of these things. We have to understand how to deal spiritually, right? Verse 37, because at the end of the day, right? It says, wine is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked, all the children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works, and there is no truth in them. In their unrighteousness also they all perish. As for the truth, it endureth forever, right? As for the truth, it endureth and is always strong. It liveth and conquereth forevermore, right? With her there is no accepting of persons or rewards, but she doeth the things that are just, and refraineth from all unjust and wicked things. And all men do well, like of her works. Right? Neither in her judgment is any unrighteousness, and she is the strength, kingdom, power, and majesty of all ages. Blessed be the God of truth. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Blessed be the Most High, man. Blessed be Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. The power of truth. You see? So I just wanted to get into that. You know, didn't want it to be too long. Just wanted to exhort the Akim. Look, we have to be on high alert from all angles, man. From all angles, man. Just like Elder Ariala was saying, man, watch who you talk to, watch what you say. Being wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove is prevalent in these days. You see, not showing the left hand what the right hand is doing. Now, all these things have kicked in. You see? So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rekah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Akim teaching about the Mayam Wa'amat. That's in sincerity and truth. Shalom.